It's not often you can say a game was over after 8.5 minutes. This one was. Scott Severn on Dundee United debut against his old team. A first Aberdeen start for Scott Vernon. United burst out of the blocks in impressive style, and Aberdeen quite simply couldn't handle it. Craig Conway and Morgaro Gomez combined down the left. David Goodwillie was denied, but the ball broke kindly for Tannadice team captain John Daly to open the scoring. 1-0 inside 3 minutes. The Aberdeen defending was pretty unimpressive, and United, chasing their first win of the season, weren't to be denied. Just the start they were looking for, ahead before some supporters had taken their seats. And before too much longer, they were 2-0 in front. Craig Conway's corner caused consternation inside the Aberdeen 6-yard box, and goalkeeper Mark Howard flapped the ball into his own net. Not sure what he was appealing for here, since the only player anywhere near him was his own teammate Gerald Eiffel. The pair got themselves in a major mess and gifted United a second goal. Aberdeen aren't the first team to struggle to cope with Conway. The winger was in good form, and this was the only way Rory McArdle could stop him. A free kick, and while the Aberdeen players were arguing, United got on with it. Conway darting into a dangerous area, upended by Paul Hartley's challenge, and penalty, said Mike Tumulty. Hartley's protest fell on deaf ears, and video evidence didn't seem to help his case. Goodwillie fired the home team 3 goals in front, and Howard's bad day at the office continued as he got a hand to the spot kick, but could only divert it into the roof of the net. 3-0 in the 9th minute. If Aberdeen looked shocked and stunned, you could understand why, but they did manage to get a goal back. Eiffel launched the ball downfield, Sean Dillon grappled with Xander Diamond, and former Blackpool and Oldham striker Vernon scored superbly. A top-class finish which would have deserved a bigger celebration under other circumstances. A special strike after 26 minutes, but Aberdeen still trailing by 3-1. Aberdeen manager Mark McGee's time in the technical area was about to come to an end when, from Hartley's free kick, Diamond reckoned he should have had a penalty, and this was McGee's angry reaction. At which point he was sent to the stand. He opted to clamber into a seat a little bit closer to the action, in among his seemingly appreciative supporters. Former Aberdeen captain Scott Severn came close to scoring against his old team with a great strike from 35 yards. It produced a spectacular save from Howard. It was heading for the top corner. Into the second half, and had Hartley scored with this, we could have been in for a grandstand finish. Dusan Pernice making a difficult save look pretty easy. The final flurry was from Dundee United. Goodwillie carved out an opportunity for himself and dragged his shot just wide. That early burst of scoring was enough. United 3-1 winners. Celtic stayed top of the SPL on goal difference after a 3-0 home win against Hearts. A Celtic Park debut for new signing Anthony Stokes. And a minute's pre-match applause to mark the 25th anniversary of the death of the club's greatest ever manager, Jock Stein. Celtic on the back of 11 straight SPL wins since Neil Lennon replaced Tony Mowbray. Now here's Stokes with a chance opening up for him, and that slipped just wide. Hearts should know well his menace. A star-studded director's box, Billy Connolly and Rod Stewart. Templeton's corner, there's Kevin Kyle! Saved by the legs of Fraser Forster. Celtic failing to pick up Hearts' main scoring threat. It's Kyle for Ryan Stevenson. Having a good little spell, Hearts. There's Suso, back off the post. Within inches of the opening goal here. He's done it before at Celtic Park and very nearly did it again. Celtic breaking up the pitch quickly. No flag against Daryl Murphy. Jim Jeffries is furious on the touchline, and James Forrest scores. 28 minutes gone, Celtic hit the front, and the Hearts manager has blown a gasket in the technical area. He reckoned that was a blatant offside. No flag against Murphy, and he raced away from the Hearts defence. Darren Barr could do nothing about this at the back post, and Forrest scored an easy goal. Jim Jeffries has been sent to the stand after that. Ismail Bouzid playing himself into trouble, and an opportunity for James Forrest to race in on goal. Too much on the pass for Sean Maloney. What an opportunity that was for Celtic to score a second. Should Maloney have advanced a little bit further? Should Forrest have put less on the pass? It certainly should have been a second for Celtic. A long raking pass from Stevenson, picks out Templeton, and any danger snuffed out by the classy Izagir. It's great passing and movement this from Celtic. And a chance to open up Hearts again. Again the flag stays down, no offside. Sean Maloney takes it round Kello and scores just before half-time. 44 minutes. And that makes the Celtic fans feel a whole lot happier here. Lots of class and composure from Maloney as he strokes home the second goal. He was on line with Egert Jonsson. That's why the flag stayed down. And Maloney made the most of the chance. It's 2-0 Celtic. Ruben Palizuelos is standing at left back doing the defending, and he's given that away to Scott Brown. And again, danger for Hearts here. It's Maloney, and again, must score surely. He took far too long inside the 6-yard box. Having been foiled at his first attempt, it was all set up to tap this in, which he failed to do. Terrier-like play in the midfield from Ian Black. Sets up Suso. Shot across goal, saved by Forster. And Ryan Stevenson took a heavy touch on the rebound, otherwise he might have had a chance to score. Looks a very good player, the Honduran left back, Emilio Izagir. Now Sean Maloney. Threaded through by Paddy McCourt. Maloney in behind the Hearts defence, cuts it back for Samaras. Celtic with chances to seal the points here, which they can't seem to take. Well set up for Samaras, good save by Kello. Nice touch from Paddy McCourt. And a perfect pass, and Samaras in again. And he telegraphed to the goalkeeper exactly what he was planning there. And in the end, it's a pretty comfortable save for Marian Kello. Into the closing stages at Celtic Park, into stoppage time. Paddy McCourt away from Darren Barr. He's passed Ismail Bouzid, and he's beaten Kello as well. It's another classic from McCourt. Another cameo appearance from him, and a moment of magic, which is the icing on the cake for Celtic right at the end. Neil Lennon has been a figure of frustration in the second half as Celtic have chased the all-important third goal. Finally, they've got it.